That is up. Yo, what's up, Philly? Yo. Um, that's gonna be a lot louder than it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. Yo, what's up, gang? Yo, Agent. Hi, Lily. What's good? How we feeling, bro? Swamp ass finna go crazy. Is that? Don't even get me started, bro. If it gets any hotter outside than it is right now, then the room I'm in is gonna become a fucking sauna in the middle of the goddamn day. What was the high today? 93? Yeah, no. If we get to 100 degrees, I might be cooked. I might actually be cooked, chat. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Yo, Philly, are you good, twin? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Why don't you just bring a rag with you and then wipe your ass whenever you need to, right in front of everybody? Just don't even fucking care. What's up, Raw Authentic? Yeah, that is definitely next level. Bro, I listened back to the vocals yesterday. I did, and that shit was so fucking off. I don't know how the fuck y'all sat through that shit, to be honest. That sounded so bad. Holy fuck. All right. Jesus. Well, yeah, it's literally supposed to be the fucking same temperature for the next, like, week, practically. Until it rains next. Oh, it's not supposed to rain until next Monday? Fuck. Fellas, that's wild. It. Bro, what the fuck am I reading? Are y'all good, bro? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What am I reading? Are y'all. Holy shit. Yeah, man, my balls are fucking sweaty. That's for damn sure. Fuck me. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna start the motherfucking queue. Why is there a 6-minute queue for support? Why do people want to play support? Oh yeah, you work inside. That is true. Yeah, I forget. I forget that you work in a fucking. And you basically are working in hell. I don't know how the fuck that works. Like, how is that even legal? Like, I'm actually so dead ass. How is it legal for someone to work in 102-degree weather? I like I need to know because I feel like that. I feel like that would be on par with fucking like child labor or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, even. Well, I mean, whoever the provides with popsicles is. Oh my god, bro! They might as well just fucking give you all sweatsuits too. Like, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Listen, I'm not finna go somewhere that I don't want to be, and then in the place where I don't want to be there, I have to suffer. Like, bro, what the fuck is the point? What the fuck? What's the point, G? What's the point? There are motherfuckers that make $10,000, $20,000 a month fucking on their laptops, bro, somewhere. What's the difference between someone who works 2 hours a day and makes fucking 20 grand a month and my ass over here? Because if the money's the problem, man, y'all just, I don't know. Y'all gotta like that shit. A part of you has to fucking like it because there ain't no way, gang. There ain't no fucking way. Money, no. No. If money, but if money's the reason or money's the point, why would you be in a place that doesn't pay you more for having to suffer more? Wait, huh? Yeah, that's what I figured, Philly. I figured that you liked it, to be honest. Like, I was like, you can't fucking lie to me. Suffering low key hits sometimes. I mean, you know, life is about hard things sometimes, but choose your hard. You know, it's like I don't know. I'm good. I mean, I can't say anything, bro. Y'all are just your own breed of human. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Y'all are fucking different. Bro, that's the worst mindset you could ever have, is telling yourself that you deserve the fucking suffering you endure every day. Philly, in a way, I don't know if you are. I don't know if this is live action role play on demand or not. I'm gonna be real. I don't think that it is. Lily, what? Um, huh?
Select your hero.
Um, huh? Hey, yo, that's. I'm sure they needed it. Like,
Hero guns.
I'm sure they definitely needed it in some way or another. But like, bruh. Uh, oh. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. I mean, hey, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Don't undersell yourself, bro.
Now
You're
arriving
jacked.
Lijiang Palace.
I just like I can't. My brain doesn't want to associate all these things together, like, because yeah, you have to still do hard things at times and like push yourself and all that, but I just don't, in my mind, want to pair that with like being in a specific place that I really don't want to be at anyway. Still, because I mean, like, I'm sure ideally if you could do a 2-hour workout every day on like your own time, you know, you'd probably feel just as comfortable doing something like that on top of like, you know, uh,
5, 4, 3.
hey yo, by the way, the other Instagram got deleted.
Capture the objective.
My 5th one. So it is officially, it's actually GG's on that shit. But I did get a letter from the Attorney General. You know, because your Attorney General is for you to file a complaint with a business and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Meta actually responded and they want a, I mean, I put all of my information in the complaint, so I don't actually know why they're asking for it, but I basically have 30 days to respond, and I just emailed the Attorney Generals to give them the information and the case number, and at some point, I'm not sure when, but at some point in the future, I'm going to get my Instagram back. Fucking, it might take 3 months. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna take some time. But it is not, and I figure, and to be fair, I figure it wouldn't be gone forever, because I know for a fact that, like, even if I don't get something done about it on my own personally, like, I know that all of the shit around it, eventually there's either gonna be a class action lawsuit, and they're gonna end up having to figure it out anyway, but. Yeah, and that's why, like, to be honest, people run into problems in their life often whenever they try to affiliate.
Yo, there's a fly in my room. That shit keeps going on my face. My bad, y'all.
You know, two things you don't have to, because I feel like, because like, I mean, bro, look at like Alex Hormozy, for instance. Like, bro, you know, works out fucking 2 hours, however many hours a day. And then, like, he goes and makes his money doing all the other shit. I guess technically the easy way, you know what I mean? So it's like, what? Once again, what's the difference between, you know, him and someone else who's like trying to sit here and like, cause I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that kind of shit forever. I guess I can only speak for myself. So. I don't know about all that. But I mean, you know, it's still... Hello? Yo, I need you to wake up, gang. You're sleeping right now. Oh my fucking... Why did I get mana? Why am I doing this? Lily with 5 bits. Thank you. Thank you for the 5 bits. Hey man, y'all do you. I just like all I know is that if money is the problem or money is the thing, then I'm just not gonna attach that to like keeping my physical life up to par, if that makes any sense. Because you'll then end up, you know, the world is not based on hard work. There's no rich person that does fucking physical labor. And, you know, maybe some people don't really care to be rich or whatever the fuck else it is. But I definitely, in my life, want to be wealthy and I want to be secure.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
And security, unfortunately, does not come from a company that's paying you to show up hourly. I guess it's different if you can either potentially get equity in said company, but I think anything I could recommend to anybody is you need some form of ownership with whatever you're doing so that you don't get caught up. Some goobers call me, that's crazy. Yo, Lily, I don't think we're playing any Roblox. The game's kind of boring, to be honest. Like, it was kind of cool the first like day or two I was playing it, but like it just like it's kind of boring. I don't think I can play that game. I also very heavily believe that like not believe like life is about inputs and outputs, right? And measuring those appropriately also changes like how your life is going to be. Yo, PP, what's up? PP's on the YouTube stream, bro. Yo, something ain't working, gang. I don't know what it is, but something is not working.
Alright, Bastion, I just need you to push with me. Forget everyone else, just push with me. If you die, dying, I'll use my E.
Nah, bro, just start tanking some shit.
Sorry, Bastion. Bastion, I need you right here, right now, Hog.
I got. You stop focusing the fucking tank, bro. Bro, you're not supposed to focus the tank.
Hey, man. I really can't do I can't go for the honor because she keeps
What
anti-me.
rank am I fucking playing in, bro? I forgot. I fucking forgot that I went on a loss streak and I'm all the way down here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, hey, remember, the tank's supposed to die last. Because that's all you did was, like, try to 1v1 the fucking tank the whole time and it didn't work. So...
I see where you lost a bunch in a row.
Like, I don't... Come on, bro. I watched my fucking tank literally get shit on every time. Hey man, PP, I just don't really think that like it even matters if there is or is not even one person over there in the YouTube chat, because I don't think YouTube algorithm really gives a fuck about small streamers at all. I don't think that it matters, to be honest. I mean, you're more than welcome to hang out wherever you'd like, of course. I'm glad to have you here, but I don't know that it matters at all.
for a map.
Fight the algorithm. I mean, shit.
Select your hero.
Bro, Twitch chat's telling you to come over to Twitch, PP. Here's, unfortunately, if you go trade your time for money, you're in the rat race. There's just really no way around that. Because if you have the belief system in yourself that something would be nice, but it's out of reach for you, then you are already setting the conditions for your reality to be exactly how it is. Because you believe that money, even if it's not something like, by your actions, you believe that you have to trade your time for money. And that is building you in a capacity that limits your capability of seeing what is potentially there outside of your current set of viewed limitations. So to break those limitations, you have to realize that money, that's why detaching and understanding the whole premise of money, not just understanding how to invest, you need to understand what money is. It's not fucking real. It is just a medium of exchange. It's just energy. And no matter where you are, because here's the thing. Here's the big thing of what I'm trying to get at. Like, you could say you have everything you want, and that's great. But unfortunately, we live in a world that doesn't care about what anybody wants. The price of the dollar you make every day is going down in value. And if you don't figure out what to do long term, right now, with finances and understand the game, you're just going to get left behind. It doesn't really matter. And that's what the whole essence of the rat race is. Essentially, that is unconsciously created for people to be subjected into it at a constant basis. So it doesn't matter if it didn't matter if you even made 12 grand, 10 grand a month working a 9-to-5 job. If you don't understand what to do with your money now and look at the landscape for the next 20 years, by the time that everything catches up to everyone's going to find their catch-up point differently. Some people's catch-up on how the dollar devaluing and the price of everything going up catches up to them is at a whole different pace. And so, like, that's why I encourage, once again, everyone, you need to understand what ownership is. Period. You just need to understand what ownership is. Like, you don't need to go learn all the little intricate stuff if you really don't care. The simple thing I can tell you from everything I've learned, from trying to figure this out for years, on what the game is, how money works, why it works, you know, what the fuck, what is the system? Because if you're working somewhere or you're doing whatever you're doing, because of the two conditions we just talked about, which is the devaluing of the dollar and the price of things going up, if you are not putting your money in places that build assets that then pay out money to you, regardless, like, saving is the same, if not, saving is worse, actually, than just getting income. Because you're literally letting money sit that devalues every single day. Every single day. And I don't think that, once again, money, it doesn't have anything to do with happiness. It doesn't have anything, it has everything to do with, we live in a game. We live in a world that is designed as a game, that if you want to have long-term security and not have issues, regardless of where you're at, like, there's only one pathway left. Period. There's only one way to do it. I recommend, if you can save up 10 to 15, maybe $20,000, go get you your first FHA loan as a down payment on your first property. And I would start, real estate is the end game for most people trying to funnel money around because of tax loops. So, like, without having $1 million, I wouldn't look at stocks, I wouldn't look at crypto, I wouldn't look at literally anything like that at all. If you have less than $1 million, your number one goal is to take any amount of money I have, income-wise, and put it or start putting it into something that eventually pays me more money out of it. Because if you don't do that, regardless, inflation and the devaluing of the dollar will collapse your life at some point. And that everyone's collapse point is different. So, like, that's pretty much the game. Real estate is the end game, but If I have less than $1 million, I'm probably going to put it into a business somewhere. Like, that's pretty much it. You have to put it in some type of business, not as an investment vehicle, but as like a direct sense of ownership to the business. Whether you partner with somebody to keep yourself hands off and just be an investor in something more direct or not, that's really the only thing that lets you start scaling capital up. And then you can start diverting capital out. So... okay, I will stop talking about it because, to be honest, like... I mean, I gave you the game, but most, like... it took me a long time for that information to even get into my nervous system. And for me to really understand it and settle with it and even know what the fuck to do with it. Because I think most people just are so comfortable with their lives that it doesn't really matter what I could tell you about what you should do with money or any fucking thing else. Like... people only make changes in their life whenever things get really hard, difficult, or they start having some form of struggle. So, but like, I'm pre-forewarning every person listening to this conversation right now. Because this is not 2020, it's not 2015, it's 2026. And like, I'm not here to doom and gloom anybody, but it's just like, it's really not that hard. It's very simple. I mean, I had to lose all of that so that I could get all of this information. That's the unfortunate part about it. And so it's like, there's nothing wrong with trading your time for money. All I'm telling you is, know what to do with the money you have that sits around, or the extra money that you start making. Because that becomes a vehicle for you so that you can do more things. I think, and once again, a lot of people think that, like, if you want to give back to people, if you want to make a difference in more people's lives, and you somehow... you know, like, you get more opportunities to expand in abundance when you put yourself in a state of abundance with information that's aligned with the same. Like, that's why, like, you know, it's always fun and great for us to take the rich people's money, because the rich people know how to constantly keep the money alive inside of their own ecosystem. But it's like, taking money from regular people kind of just feels like a scam, because they don't have it figured out. And, like, everyone should have a pretty secure end goal with it. Like, I have my end goal, as I've said before, what it is. Because that end goal is, like, when my money is there and it's making me more money for the rest of my life than I could ever even think of. Like, I mean, bro, I have so much money I could give away. I have so much fucking stuff I could bring back into, like, ecosystems and do a lot of really cool shit. Like, you know, I want to be a billionaire just so that I can... help a lot of people and impact things in the world. But the only way I get to do things at scale is by playing the game that currently exists. That's pretty much it. It's the only way that I can do it. Yeah, but if I wanted to do a 10 or 20% yield, like, I would be looking for more than that. Than a 10 to 20%. Because, like, I mean, you could literally just go put your money in the NASDAQ and make 10 to 20% guaranteed because the stock market is rigged to go up. I would be looking at things that are taking my capital from a 30 to 50, maybe even a 60 to 70% increase yearly. And it is not only extremely doable, especially in the world we live in right now, but it's actually more practical than it's ever been. I mean, the game is just, it's designed. That's all it is. It's just, the game has been designed. Okay, Lily.
MVP. It was nothing, really.
I don't have my... It's funny that I can sit here and talk about all the things that I just talked about, and I am broke. It's fucking crazy. If you can go more, what do you mean? So, like, investing itself is a long game. investing itself is always like, you're going to put money out into something that you're not supposed to be touching for 10 to 20 years. So it's like, that's also where some people don't look at this game. They're thinking way too short term, or they think too protectively for the long term because they don't understand how safe certain investment related things are. I wouldn't do, like, once again, if I have less than $1 million, there's really no reason for me to touch crypto, stocks. None of that stuff matters. It's just, you're going to take on too much risk onto a low amount. Like, remember, the less money we have that we have to put anywhere,
Select a map.
the more risk we have to take. Yeah, but like 60 to 70% on fucking $3,000 is nothing. If I'm looking at where I would go get a better return on that, I'm not going to look at that. Like, because we're talking about 60 to 70% over a 12-month time period. But there are things you could probably put that money in to get 60 to 70% in a month. But that's not going to be stocks, crypto. That's not going to be investing in something digitally specifically. It's going to be investing in like a business. You're going to be trying to get into something that actually builds you. That's what I mean. Like, those things are supposed to be yearly returns. That's why we're talking about, like, that stuff is if you have a lot of money. If investing is a scary game to anybody, then you don't know enough about the game, because it's rigged. It's like, nothing about the way it's rigged is going to change. The playbook for it has been as clear as day for the past 50 years. Like, it's all on fucking paper. You can track it all. It's clear. There's no questioning. The only thing that scares some people is that money changes a lot of you. I mean, Philly, you need to if you only have $3,000, you need to start a business. Like, start a low entry based business. Like, I would probably, okay, we're trying to build assets, right? The thing is that when you have money and then money pays bills or money sits there, this is all you're doing, 1 to 2. And this is how people lose, right? But we want our money to go into assets, to something that then pays us. So that way, when we put money into something, if I have expenses, then they come out of what this thing is paying me. God damn, bro, you make some fucking bread.
4, 3, 1.
I mean, if you're comfortable with your job, like, it just depends on what you want to do. Like, what I like, cause you're telling me that you got, that's basically six grand extra a month that you have to fuck around with. That's a lot of money. If I was in your position, I would, because you like your job and stuff like that is what you've told me. So it's like, if you don't want to change that or anything like that, what I would probably do is I would save up. Well, that is, see, but Philly, that's the capitalist trap that people fall into, because it doesn't matter if you make really good money. If you always end up still basically being at zero or close to it by the time that you have spent the money, you're still broke. Your mindset is broke because you don't have a system set up around your money. So, like, if something happened and you lost your job tomorrow, like, not saying you specifically are fucked in your own personal circumstances, but most any regular person in your spot, if they lost their job, is going to be fucked. And that's because they didn't put something together. So, like, you're technically still buying assets with what you have. So it's like your hobbies, but like those aren't things that are probably things you want to sell. Collecting is a little bit different of a game. But okay, I would save up probably 2 or 3 months. I would save up all that extra money for the most part. And then I would just go find an investment property, because you don't have a small enough amount of capital for me to tell you to go like do vending machines or something like that. You know, you could even try and buy a business with that amount of money as well, but like Yeah, I think that would be your two things. That would be my two things: a property or a business. Yes. Because if you get a property, that's going to start giving you instant cash flow. And what we're looking at when we have an investment property is that whenever you can get to the point of getting around 70% of the value of the house paid down, you can do a cash out refinance, and you'll literally be able to pull the full liquid out of that entire fucking property. It usually takes, I think, about 5 to 7 years sometimes, depending on your loan structure and what you have. But the tenant will basically be paying off that mortgage and giving you a little extra income on the side. And then after you get to the point of being able to cash out refi, you basically just keep rolling that over. And like infinitely. You just keep rolling it over. And then you have more capital to play around with. So at that point, you can either decide to, you know, you can either get another investment property, you can do some fix and flips. You know, there's a lot of different options that you could do. But I mean, you'd have to ask. Okay, so you need to. Whenever you're trying to invest in a business, you really have to understand the business or understand the deep idea of business principles, because, you know, whenever you're giving somebody money, like you're buying a problem. You're one way or another, and you know, any amount of money investing into a business that is not yours to own or to have major ownership in is a huge liability on your hands. Huge. Yeah, but at that point, you're still going to have to, like, I mean, sometimes you have to do it underneath an NDA. And also the fact that he's only wanting to give you a certain percentage of income seems a little bit off in a way, like, because are you getting ownership to permanently get percentage of those profits? Is he going to want to buy you out at some point? Like, that's really important to know what the plan is here. What's the plan to pay off the debt? Because getting that from you technically can be income to the business, but it also technically becomes a debt because now the profits are getting skimmed into a debt he incurred by bringing you on as a part owner. So, be for ownership. So, okay, well, then still we're gonna have to ask, what does he need that capital for, and what's the plan here to get rid of the existing debt that has been taken on? Because it's like, are you not able to keep up with demand? Are your bills too high? Like, what does your balance sheet look like? Where are you having a problem? Because obviously the main point of any business is to make sure that we're maximizing profits in every single area that you possibly can, and making sure your checks and balances look right. A smoke shop, though, is a very risky, very, very risky business. I actually would not recommend it, to be honest. Like, if you can talk with somebody, I guess, and it makes sense, then sure, but I wouldn't invest in a smoke shop. It wouldn't even be on my, like, anything like that it's too much of a liability, to be honest. Yeah, I would look for something that's safer, but still gives you more return. Like, it's not even worth it. I would honestly go find a boring business, bro. Go find like a car wash. Like, obviously not one of the newer, like, corporate ones that people have been building, but, like, you know, go find somebody that's in their 40s that's looking to retire. I mean, yeah, we've already talked about, like, the real estate part. You could go buy a duplex, triplex, you could get into all of that part of it. Go find somebody who's trying to retire out of their business. They'll give you a better deal. They might even let you have a smaller down payment up front for it, depending on how, you know, it happens. And I would roll with that. That's your best thing. Shit, if you can get cleared to get apartments, because, like, I mean, shit, that's the bro. Fuck residential real estate. If you want to play the big boy guns, then commercial is where it's at.
Still got some fight in me.
I mean, there's more people retiring from their businesses than there are people who actually are trying to come by those businesses or take them over. So that's always a really good option. I mean, but like, remember, you have to understand how it works. When you oh, okay, so let's say I bought an apartment complex, right? I'm gonna own the apartment complex. When you're looking at your balance sheet, you're going to end up paying a property manager to handle all of the tasks. You don't own something so that you can be the one operating business. That's not the point. You own it so that you can hire people to do the shit that you don't want to do. And then you sit back and do nothing. That's pretty much it. Or come check on the property maybe once a month, depending on where it's at from. Like, that's pretty much it. And an apartment complex or anything commercial usually has infrastructure underneath it. That's basically the whole point. That's why I say commercial is a much better game to not only get into, but like, if you can get into commercial and you can get actually fun, like you can get, bro, that is the best equity that you can roll over. Like that like, you're literally you would be able to roll over millions of dollars constantly. You'd eventually get to 8 figures very fast. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. So I think we've talked about just about everything that you could do, but yeah, that's probably the landscape you have as a whole. Residential or commercial real estate, depending on like, and all of those breakpoints are all based on how much capital you have. That's pretty much it. Like 15, 20K, you can pretty much entry into anything you want. If you can actually get the funding to get into commercial real estate, I mean that is the ultimate end goal, because it's funny if you actually go look up how commercial real estate works, because it's the one part of the real estate industry that has the most upside to it, because like there's only certain people, there's certain types of people that you're going to come to for that type of investment money, and you know, the banks need you more than you need the banks whenever you start borrowing millions of dollars. And then when your building appreciates, you know, over the next 3 to 5 years, I mean, the cash out refinance on that is a lot of fucking money. So it's like, you go to one apartment complex to building another one to building another one, and you build an investment portfolio. And that's the whole point, is that whether you do investment portfolio, you build a business to scale up revenue, the goal is I need to have, at some point, a liquid amount of anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 over time. Whether that's me selling my whole portfolio and then if I have $10 million, I'll put it in a Roth IRA, I'll get 3% back a year. That's $300K. Like, and you never have to take it out. Nothing changes. That's free forever. Like, why not? Why would you not? And that's probably like the safest thing that you could do. Like, there's many other things that you could do with having that large amount of money. But yeah, and there's some people who really never even get out of the game when they started getting into commercial real estate, because at the higher level of commercial real estate, and we're talking beyond a 1 or 2, maybe $5 million building, we're talking about, you know, a complex of maybe like 900 units that you're going to be selling for fucking 15 to 20, maybe $30 million. You know, it's getting into things like that change the whole fucking game. And, you know, sometimes you don't even want to let go of that stuff, because when you cash out refinance on something that's worth, you know, $25 to $30 million, at that point, you're looping the tax break. I would just go then buy another fucking $20 million property that will appraise in 5 years for 40 to 60 million. And, you know, you'll end up basically building a fucking, if you don't want to get rid of it, then you basically just legally build a firm. And then you hire all the people that have a firm that manage basically everything for you, and you do literally nothing. Pretty much it. Man, you know, it's like I talk about all this shit, and I'm still broke. I ain't got no money. Where my money? I have some businesses, like, I have one major business that I want to start, and I have a bunch of other sub businesses tied into the main business that I want to do, and it's a lot of like it's stuff that's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. But I feel like that's gonna be something I dedicate a lot of my later life to, I think.
I've got you in my sights.
I'm not getting killed by a fucking torrent. Munyon loading? I don't know. I don't have one. My main source of income right now is this and music, because my car basically got put up for repossession. So I was delivering food for a little bit. I've been delivering food for a long time actually, and then gas price hike and everything, like it was okay around earlier this year, and then yeah, I basically just couldn't make enough money on that, so my car got thrown out for repo. I can't drive any longer because of that, and I'm basically stuck in my fucking house. I don't really have anything else to do aside from all the things that I've been doing and trying to accomplish. That's pretty much it. Alright, PP, I'll see you later, bro. Just gonna get into, like, I think the interesting thing for me personally, especially with money being the least important part of the equation because of what I want to accomplish and what I'm trying to achieve, a lot of things have just led me into, you know, this is what I need to do, and this is where my resource of energy and time and effort needs to go. And, you know, in a strange way, that's still come at the clear sacrifice of many things in my life, but I can't not do it for some fucking reason. And that's where I've been at for a while. See, and like that kind of stuff, like, and I don't have any specified knowledge when it came to reselling. I didn't have capital. Dude, even whenever I thought about or was trying to get into that kind of stuff, it wasn't really something I could keep up with, unfortunately. It's just like, I feel like I've had literally such a huge pile of things I've been behind on, and bills and whatever the fuck else, that's like, I haven't been able to catch up in I don't know how long, to be honest. I have no fucking clue how long it's been. I don't actually know how my electric is on right now. I have not paid my electric bill in I think like 3 months now. And I don't know, I think the business had some like internal error or something, because they did have this thing that fucked up whenever I got service last time, which is extremely abundant for me to have as a situation, because I could not afford, like, I had electric here, and then the account got closed because I was gone for so long, and then I called once, and like I called to get it all back on at one point, like earlier this year. And when I did that, their system messed it up, and it made me, instead of taking away the old account and whatever else, it like had it, but then they made me another one, and they were conflicting with each other and like their system or some shit, like something, I don't know. And so like at one point they had tried to turn my service off by saying I didn't pay, but I was like, I already paid, and I paid everything I was supposed to pay, and I did all that. And so, like, I basically asked them to turn it back on, because they can't turn my service off without notifying me. They didn't notify me, they just did it. And then, yeah, so... the only other thing I've received in the mail, at one point, I think I paid, like, the first month, and then I couldn't after that, because it's just, like, it was, like, almost $1,000. For, like, 2 months. It was fucking ridiculous. And I took on like this payment plan thing they had, and I paid one payment on that, and I haven't. Yeah, I don't actually know why. Because like using the same amount of energy, if not less, the price of it went down not too long after. No, it's just the price of energy was probably fucking stupid. I don't really know what it is. And it didn't make a lot of sense to me at all. I did not understand why. So I haven't paid in like 3 months on it at all, and I haven't got anything in the mail. I haven't got anything about my bill, like nothing. So I'm gonna ride that wave as long as I fucking can, I guess. Because if it gets shut off and they want all the back pay for everything I owe, I'm just not gonna have electricity anymore. I'm gonna be fucked. So, oh my god, that's the least of my fucking problems right now. So, Yeah, I don't. I also live in a house where, I mean, just for context, the electrical in this house is fucked. So there's really no telling if something is drawing more power than it actually should be. And I also have like during the summer I have multiple ACs constantly having to run because this house doesn't have insulation or any central AC. And so during the winter it's also the same thing where I have to have a bunch of heaters plugged in all throughout the house. So that's where a lot of my stuff comes from, unfortunately. And even then, like, you know, we hit 90 fucking something, 93 degrees or whatever today, and like in here it started getting humid as fuck. So I'm like, dude, if we have 100 degree days, I might actually be cooked. It was just for that one, it was just for those 2 months, I guess, or something. Because it still sends me what the bill is after that, and it's been like maybe $250 a month or something the past 3 months. I haven't paid anything, but like the first two, for some reason it was. I don't know if one of those was also them trying to add on something I did, like trying to add on a deposit that I didn't pay or something like that. I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell you, bro. I have no clue. I'm not asking any questions because if I ask questions, my fucking my shit's gonna get turned off. I'm not asking any fucking questions right now. Fuck no. As far as it is, I'm just something that randomly exists inside of their system that is not needing my electric to be turned off. I don't know if that can explain that. I don't fucking know, bro. So that's I mean, I don't know. By the grace of fucking the universe, pretty much. I'm not. I got nothing to say. And it's like I said, even if I do get some type of notice or whatever, like I'm gonna be cooked. I'm gonna be literally fried. And since I don't have my car anymore, I would pretty much be living in this house with no electricity. So we just don't have to. Oh, yeah, let's not. Oh man, you know, all I know is like when my success finally happens in fucking whatever way that I don't know how the fuck it's gonna happens. You know, the story is gonna be one hell of a fucking story. Which I don't really care about the fucking story. And to what you said earlier, I mean, I live very heavily on like exerting myself spiritually through what I'm designed to do and my purpose, and just following what I feel like I need to do. No one's ever been able to give me advice that works, direction that works. I've outworked some people on things they told me that I should do, and it didn't work for me, and I like it just whole mountain, an entire mountain of shit, one way or the other. So my main sources right now are just music and the stream. And my goal still was like, I don't really care that much about getting content or getting money from the stream specifically. Like it's a really good funnel in general for trying to connect deeper with the people who are, you know, like the music and stuff. That's pretty much the main focus. But my main goal really is to get paid off of Spotify streams. That's my number one thing right now. That's the thing I care about the most, because once that shit is going and paying me, like I don't have to be, that's passive income, bro. That is literally just passive income. Once you get a certain amount of average listenership, it's almost impossible for you to algorithmically not be favored after you have reach a certain threshold.
Prepare for battle.
That'll be my shit, to be honest. So, cause like, you know, people being on stream, it's the same thing. Even the big streamers that you know of, like if they're not investing their money properly, they're still in the same boat. It doesn't matter how much money you make. if you don't have some type of passive income or dividend vehicle inside of your ecosystem of finances, you're cooked. Yes, I actually have done the math on this. It's not about average listeners specifically, more about how many listens you get inside of a month. So you would need to make a living off of Spotify, you would need to get 34,000 streams a day. Now, somebody with 250,000 average listeners that has a dedicated fan base that listens to their songs multiple times a fucking day, you know, they don't need 1 million average listeners, but somebody with 1 million average listeners, and they might have people come through, you know, every so often again to listen to their music, you know, that's the only way that they're going to make those streams happen. So, but 34,000 a day is the minimum. And, you know, which really is equating out to, like, you need, let's say, over like 1 million streams a month, basically. There's 1 million streams on Spotify, and every person's CPM is different. It's going to be like, you know, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month for 1 million streams. And now, that may seem like a lot, but you have to remember that once you, so if you can get, like, I would say the success point is if you can have a song get to over 50 million, that song is gonna have enough algorithmic reach, push, and retainment, because making, you know, out of the 50 million listens to that song, if there's 1 million people who, if that gets replayed 1 million times within a single month, even, like, that can trickle down into your other catalog. And so it's not just like one song, but like usually the breaking threshold would be making would be getting a song over that like 50 million to 100 million listener range. And once you break that threshold, you're pretty much good for life. Yeah, I mean, it's just the thing is, unfortunately, as an independent artist, or as any musical artist, if you don't prioritize a passive income around your music, you will always be a slave to trying to basically beg people for money, when people giving people money is like not even majority of the pot to the amount of money people are getting paid out in music content. It's just it's too active. It's not passive. And that's the problem. Is like, I have to keep selling more merch, I have to keep doing shows, I have to keep doing to make more money. That is I mean, that's what every artist's downfall is. That's how people go broke. That's not even a feasible that's not feasible at all. I mean, they can be an artist's best friend in a way, like, but like, at what level are we talking about here? Because, like, to be honest, if I'm at the point where if I have the fan base to sell out merch and stuff like that, I should have a dedicated enough fan base to get me enough streams that I can definitely make up for a lot of income. It just doesn't. I've looked at all of this stuff, bro. It just, none of the other ways of income make any sense. They just don't. And, you know, like, in a time like this right now, when, like, I mean, we have the Discord community or whatever, but, like, as long as my music isn't removed from Spotify, it doesn't matter if my Instagram is deleted. It doesn't matter if TikTok's gone. Like, it doesn't matter if I can't build more of a fan base inside of Discord, because right now I've not really been able to bring any new people in there because of all this shit. So it's like I can't even grow our community anymore, and like, as much as I was. Oh, I mean, of course. But that's the thing, though. I'm not selling 100 fucking hoodies. I'm not selling 100 of anything. Like, like, when you start looking at how big people get to have certain things done, if someone has the point, is grown enough to have 100 hoodies sell to fans with no problem, then they absolutely are already at the point where they probably have 100 to 200 monthly average listeners. Like, that's kind of what I'm speaking on about what the correlation between these things are. Because if I'm big enough already to make that type of movement, to even sell tickets to a show to make income, then I also have the audience to make an income off Spotify streams alone. That's what I mean. Because in my current, like if I looked right now at my current state, like I'm making more money off of streams than I am off of trying to sell anybody anything. Because I don't have enough fans. Like I don't have a big enough fan base. To be honest, I'm still a nobody for the most part. And the whole scheme of what the fucking industry is or what you'd call it. Like I don't have 100 people every single day that are ready to even know what the fuck I have going on, to be honest. Like out of the 1,000, a little over 1,000 people in that Discord, there's probably like a quarter of them that look in there maybe once a week. Maybe. If that. And that does not mean any of those people are going... And that's the thing, is I don't like sitting here having to try and measure people and looking at community and people based on monetary value. That's also the other problem, is that because doing that, I now have to, until I'm established, essentially, am trying to like... Hey, buy my merch. Hey, I have this. Hey, I have that. But if people still just don't give a fuck anymore, or they don't give a fuck enough about what I'm doing... Like, I don't know if it's just a me problem or like what, but like I've always had a hard time actually selling merch or doing any of that kind of shit. Even though I've put in a lot of effort to build things around me. And now, even if I wanted to do something like that, I can't because Instagram's gone. So, like, it's fucked. There's... Being a musician, like, I mean, I've thought about, like, if I'm not going to make a living off of streams, there's just no point in like really pursuing music like that anymore. I'm not gonna, the old route is just dead. Doing live shows and trying to get all that shit going, like all that takes a lot of upfront investment and capital to get all that going. If you want to get merch, that still costs money to get going. Like it's a lot of it is still backwards. When you are a broke artist, most of the only thing you really have is getting paid by streams. And it's not actually, it's one of the most... A lot of people don't understand how streams work or the Spotify algorithm. So they also don't think that there's a lot of money in it. But if you understand how Spotify algorithm works, you can make a lot of money off of that shit. The only reason why I'm making anything right now is because of the Spotify algorithm specifically. Well, I know, Philly, but you're literally like... Aside from you, I don't think I've sold a piece of merch in like years. The merch I've had, I've sat on that since like 2023. and back then I did get some merch sold. But I also at the time had the money to get the merch done up front, obviously, and show people what I was working with. And I sold some stuff. I was doing live shows at the time, and I made a little bit of money off of it. But the problem's still the same problem. If I have to keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel to still hope and pray that I make a profit in the least profitable fucking business on the planet right now of being a musician, for that to maybe pay my bills and then go print more merch to do it again and to do it again and do it again and do it again. And like, we're then talking to an audience of people now who already are financially struggling. They have a hard time coming up with money to buy concert tickets as it is. It's a zero-sum game whenever you have people who also are struggling with money as the people trying to help be the reason why you make something of yourself. That's why I've thoroughly considered actually going and getting signed to a label at this point. I think, unfortunately, if you just didn't pop off in the last like 3 years with music, like before the TikTok algorithm changed in January and before, you know, fucking Oracle took over, you're pretty much cooked for the most part. Because now the labels know how to completely artificialize putting somebody in front of the entire population and bypassing all of the issues that come up with an artist like me trying to, on my own, go out and post hundreds, if not thousands, of user-generated content. And now I'm getting AI flagged by algorithms and I'm getting punished for it. I mean, like, I don't want to. I just don't know what it looks like. Because, to be fair, if a label looks at my shit, they're probably going to want to change my name. They're going to want to change my look. They're going to make me settle on one specific genre more than likely. Like, if I have all these terms that get put in, because I don't have any leverage. So, like, a label can look at me right now and tell me, like, yeah, you probably need to change these things around. And that's the shitty part about it. That's one thing I can't do, is I can't compromise myself just to do all that. So, and labels don't really look at you if you, like, it doesn't matter anymore if you have good music. I can make the most amazing music all day. It doesn't fucking matter. Even to a label, they're not going to be like, oh man, this kid's got potential. We can, like, it doesn't matter. Even if they know they can artificially put it out there, they're still going to be looking for some, like, you know, proof of work. Yeah. Like, the thing is, I do have a vision for, like, because I feel like I could be the next, and I could fill the role of being a superstar inside of the next generation of music. I know I can't get there without having a label involved. They have too many things with their fucking dick in it. Like, there's just not, it's not possible. I mean, Rawthentic, that used to be the case before the algorithms have changed. The algorithms have completely destroyed that.
There's always science to be done.
Organic reach, as the years have gone by, has continuously been suppressed. There are no more viral moments. That's not a thing anymore. To be fair, in the last, like, 3 years, 2 years even, the amount of viral moments that have happened for artists have drastically declined from the early TikTok days. And that's on purpose. And on top of that, honestly, there's only one song I even know of from this year specifically that actually did anything like that. And it's just like, all the message, like, making good music is a commodity, by the way. Plenty of people make great music. There's plenty of musicians making good music out there. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really matter. Because the threshold for having a good song is, like, competition is there. And sometimes, like, we're talking about good, quote-unquote good. People don't need to hear good music. They want music that resonates. That doesn't always mean good at all. That's why, actually, a lot of the music I've seen pop off, not, like, go viral, but pop off in the last, like, 6 months, 12 months, has been meme shit. Meme songs. Like, people doing stupid shit. That's the shit I saw all over Reels. I did not even remember seeing another actual serious artist pop off. I mean, yes, but what that even means is still so much different than it was 6 months ago. Like, I've been posting for 9 months, doing all different types of shit, copying the things that other people have done that work and fucking everything else, and nothing's worked. And I thought it was the song. So I made a song. I found the song that resonates. Can't get the song to go viral. Even if people sit here and tell me all fucking day, why is this not viral? I can't tell you how many comments I get every day, even on my TikTok posts, of people still being like, I don't know how this is not viral yet. I always get so much amazing feedback. But the song being good doesn't matter. Putting a meme behind it still doesn't matter. There's something else to it, and I don't fucking know what it is, dude. I mean, people don't care if it's slop, though. That's the whole point. Bro, you know Miles can drop a track tomorrow and he will get 1 million fucking plays on the song, bro. Like, it doesn't, none of that even matters. It doesn't. People don't care if it's slop. Bro, some of the slop, the AI artists bullshit, people ate that shit up. Like, some people have obviously been extremely disappointed around it, and upset that they found out it was an AI artist, but I mean, those motherfuckers got millions of plays on fucking Spotify. They got a lot of shit going for them that I don't. So it's like that's part of the problem, is like making good music and being an honest individual person and not trying to conform to anything too specific. Like, nothing is favoring you right now, unfortunately. There's just, I'm well beyond of what the fuck should I even do. I don't know. Your guess is just as good as fucking mine. And I've been in this place for a while. Like, it's basically all I've thought about mostly for the past 9 months of my life. Coming up actually on 10 months. And it's been almost a fucking year since I've been uploading 50, 100 pieces of content every day to TikTok and everywhere else that I could when I was able to. And I've done so much. That's what when I talk about like understanding what people do and don't want or whatever, like I've studied. I've sat here and watched. I've watched everything. Why this has worked for people, why it didn't work for me, or like everything. I've studied so many people, so many methods. I've seen the methods change. I've seen the methods that used to work, that resurged and started, like, I've seen every fucking side of it already. To be honest, I don't think people give a fuck about honesty or genuine anything. I don't, you can fake all of that now. Nope, like, I don't know what. There are people who care about every layer of things going on. Like, so let me be correct on what I'm talking about here. But algorithms are still the problem. The algorithm is the medium. The algorithm doesn't want anything positive to go on. It doesn't want to sit here and that's kind of the whole point. And it's being talked about a lot in the industry right now with all the music marketer people I see talk about and stuff like that, like the views across the board for people. After the algorithm change earlier this year, every person, for the most part, posting around their music has been fucked by the algorithm. And they generally have had to swap away from TikTok. But across the whole board, views are down. And so it's like, it's not just a me problem at just on top of that. So like, can virality be a thing? Sure. But virality is no longer like it. I just don't think that the whole be consistent, all that kind of stuff is just language for trying to say that if you get lucky somehow, then you get lucky somehow. But the whole method to blowing up is not luck. It's systemized, and labels have systemized it. It's based on user-generated content. The only way I could do it right now, because going viral does not mean a viral video. Having one video do well means really nothing. Going viral is like what the Dexter and the Moonrock song was, and that's the last. Before that, the last viral fucking song I can even think of is the Julia Wolf's shit that went viral, or the Tower of Memory shit that went viral, and that was like, I think, 2025. There might be some shit in a different genre, but it's just like there ain't been hardly much at all that's done much. That's what I'm saying. This is the year that we've had the least amount of songs actually break through and pop off. And that's not on, that's what I'm saying. The algorithm has changed in so many different ways that it has deprioritized music content and promoting people because they know music is the most influential thing. They want to push brain rot into people. They want to push bullshit into people. If I make a new TikTok account, because I've made new TikTok accounts over the past year, I've seen how the base algorithm itself changed from feeding people content just in general, and just watching that change over time. And I'm literally now listening to the people that I've, learned a lot about the industry from, the music marketers and people talk about that. I mean, yes, you're still going to post your content every day. Yes, you're still going to stay consistent, but like, that's not really the game anymore. So unless you get a mass amount of people from making user-generated content around your song, because that's the only reason why Dexter and the Moonrocks went viral, and actually went viral, and that's the only reason why they broke. And same thing for the Julia Wolf shit, and for Tower of Memories is the same thing. And those campaigns were done by labels on the back end paying user-generated content farms and creators to mass use the sound, they have now fully artificialized the entire landscape of the industry because they're direct. Remember, all of the top side of the music industry is tied directly into tech, Hollywood, and every other big layer. So when they change these algorithms to be more US based, the government is definitely inside of the musical influence behind what is getting pushed into people. So when they took over that algorithm, they specifically know what they're doing in the algorithms to change how people are going to get fed this content. And you want to know how I also know that? If you go look at Dexter and the Moonrocks and you look at their biggest songs, you want to know who made a video to their biggest song? The United States of America, fucking TikTok. So, yeah, I just had to give a really big pause after saying that, because when I was looking through their content, and I have actually stolen and used a lot of the memes made to the content for that song, by the way, just because, like, if it works for somebody, why not? Why can't it work for me? Algorithms aren't fully deprioritizing reusing people's content as long as you change it, and I can put changes where it doesn't get picked up by the algorithm, so I've done it. Just trying to figure it out. I've done my own edits, but like that's just it just feels like that's a big waste of time, to be honest. I try to make sure I do everything I can to maximize the amount of posts that I can make, because volume is still a more important metric than anything else, really. Like, algorithms have prioritized any form of volume, and that's what the whole point of a UGC farm is anyway, is to add enough volume. But the volume has to be added outside of you. It can't just be on one account. That's also what I've learned, is like the only way that the algorithm will then prioritize putting out content around something like that at scale is by having different accounts post about it. And that's the only way. And that's technically against terms of service. So like, I don't like that's my thing, is like I don't actually know anymore what to do, because my main funnel discovering all of this was I don't care. That's fine. I will just start bringing people into the Discord and grow the community. That in turn grows the actual possibility of people using the song, because I mean, if you want a natural way for that to possibly happen, then you need to build a community around the music, not just you making content, but re-engaging with people enough. And then that's also where like the stream comes into play, for like other types of content, connecting with people more, and also being, you know, a second revenue source, I guess, technically, in any case. But this is something that is actually natural to me, and I'm familiar with it. But for like any other artist, they're not going to do that shit and balance that at all, and I really wouldn't expect them to. But it's just like, yeah, man, I can't tell you the amount of fucking headspace, time, and effort I've taken to sit here and figure this out, understand it, know how the algorithm works, or how an algorithm works, and then knowing how to keep up with seeing the things that they won't tell you about with the algorithm, how it's changing, how it's now changing what they're feeding people and what's actually getting pushed. Like the whole people posting in their videos, the views going down on people's posts and all that kind of stuff that's happened this year and whatever else. It's like, that is just the tip of the iceberg of them resetting the algorithm. There was also actually a time where they deprioritized old accounts and tried mass prioritizing people making new accounts, because they specifically wanted to reset the algorithm with the content being distributed so that it's going through a new filter.
Your answer lies in stillness.
The payload is approaching its destination. Victory. Double kill.
Okay.
Play of the game.
I just like, I'm not really speaking. That's kind of the thing. Is like, the problem is whenever I feel like that response feels a little bit like how I see Gary Vee talk about this kind of stuff. And the problem I have with Gary Vee's point of view of trying to say just like, you can't blame the algorithm. Of course you can, because it's literally putting in barriers that they don't speak about that impacts the distribution of content. And if I think that by constantly just doing over and over and over again is the metric for something getting distributed, when the algorithm also does not reward high quality content, and it never has. I'm not saying that I only am blaming anything, but when we're looking at the reasons for why something is how it is, like, I'm not seeing anybody blow. That's what I don't know what you're looking at, because I don't see anybody blowing up. There's nobody blowing up independently at all. I've seen so many musicians that you can discover them, and that's cool. They're not blowing up. Nobody is popping off. Nobody is sitting here doing what they were doing 3 years ago with the discoverability of these algorithms. The distribution is completely different. And like, trying to make quote unquote good content is too loose of a term, because once again, algorithm doesn't care about good content. People don't even necessarily care about good content. And what makes a good piece of content is really subjective. Making something that resonates is just as subjective as making a song that resonates, because you don't really know. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. Because it doesn't make any sense. And I have literally watched and observed many other people doing what they have done. I think the only other person, like, I guess I could say Westwood might have popped off. But like, the funny thing is, actually, this is a really good example. This is a great example. No, this is a phenomenal example. Westwood popped off. And Westwood, I'm gonna go find where he's at. I'm talking like the thing. Also, here's the other thing. I just want to repoint this out. Most artists that are getting anywhere aren't really making any new type of content, and a lot of people's content that has done well for them has been low effort content. So like, once again, quality doesn't matter. And resonancy is so ridiculously objective that it's not really a defining factor that makes it appropriate to start bringing that in, because you don't really know. People say memes resonate. You know how many meme videos I've made to my song? Bro, I've made thousands of pieces of content and different types of content. A lot of people have seen me mass distribute my, mouthing the words to the song type shit. But I've made so many other types of pieces of content. And you know why nobody saw them? Because once they reached a certain point, they just died. So like, there's just like, I don't know if I'm just in some type of echo chamber that I don't know. And I'm very aware that like, my music could just suck. All my shit could fucking suck. I mean, I've been in that place. That's a part of it, I guess, for sure. And to be honest, I think about that all the time. Like, man, maybe my music is fucking dog shit. And it just I haven't made that one fucking hit or whatever the fuck it is. But what's up, Osito? So like, okay. No, I'll give you a good example. Hold on. So Westwood popped off, right? Westwood. He's 400 average monthly listeners right now. Do you want to take a guess at how many people he has in his Discord? Make sure my chat's still up. But that's what here's the thing. The baseline for most music that I'm hearing that gets put out in the algorithms isn't shit. I think that's kind of the whole, like, That's the problem with trying to even get, like, that's why I don't know what to do. Nobody has any actual advice for me other than just keep going. And that's fucking stupid. I really don't. That's why I don't really even like listening to people's positivity anymore. Because what's the point in trying to tell me that, like, it's good, what you're doing, just keep going, it's going to happen eventually, is a really blanketed metric for saying, like, hopefully your hard work pays off, but nobody knows how it's going to happen. And, like, then what's the point of fucking working so hard for something? Because, like, I do a lot of what I'm done based on data, not just on, like, my own shit. Figure out what didn't work, find something that works, double down on it, keep doing that, find a song that works, double down. Like, I did basically everything anyone really tells you to do. But anyway, this artist right here, he has around 500 people in his fucking Discord. The disconnect between everything on this platform and whatever community he has as an artist is completely disconnected. And that's actually not necessarily his fault. In a way it is. But, like, all he really had to do was post videos of him lip singing the video, like, to the video. That's what I mean, Philly. Like, a lot of what I even could try to do has just been shit on by not having Instagram. I'm fucked right now for the most part. But the funny thing is, I've talked to multiple bigger artists. They're doing the same thing. Most people have run the same playbook. But if that playbook is not working for me, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Because the thing that we just talked about with, like, people making memes and all that other kind of stuff, which is, I mean, that's been a fucking thing for years. In the whole scheme of things, it still doesn't mean something's going to happen to your song. And so, like, I'm just not going to keep sitting here and trying. Like, putting in effort without having some type of direction is just pointless. And that's, like, that's the thing I've wanted to get away from, is feeling like I am in a lottery. Because going viral still is not the goal. Virality, like, if we're talking about having a viral moment, I don't want a single viral moment. You would want a career-defining moment, and I don't know how the fuck anyone's going to get that right now. The person I just showed you, they didn't have any of that. They had enough, pretty much. They probably make a living off Spotify right now. But I don't know what their conversion is for selling merch, tickets, or anything else. But they didn't go viral. Bro, that's all the way in fucking November. I don't even know how that's gonna go, bro, to be honest. Everyone's gonna be trying to fucking make content around it. It's just, I think that's gonna be a shit show, to be honest. I think a lot of people think that there's gonna be some huge opportunity with it, but streaming is too saturated. Content is too saturated. You know how many fucking people are gonna be posting GTA 6 content, bro? Like, look at Mecha Chameleon right now, bro. Every big creator is making content around that. I don't see any small creators ever, small streamers, making content around that game at all. Like, I don't see anybody. What the fuck you talk about Nick A30 for? I don't even know anybody that still watches. I honestly forgot he was even a thing.
Vote for a map.
I don't know. I'm just gonna not. either way, I post more content than any other artist that I've ever seen. So I will just continue to hold on to that, I guess, and just keep making shit,
Choose heroes to battle.
throwing it out into the fucking ether, because, like, I have no clue. A lot of shit still not having my Instagram. Really, the only thing that I can do with TikTok is get people to Spotify. That's all that platform is good for. So, and that's definitely not gonna pay my bills overnight, no matter what the fuck happens. So, you know, I don't know. We're cooked, gang. We're cooked chicken over here.
Traveling to Icon.
Why do you think I'm wasting my life away every day playing video games? I ain't even hardly paid attention to playing the game, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know, but yeah, once again, trying to figure all of this shit out, understanding the metrics, the data, what an algorithm is, how an algorithm functions, like what's working for other people, what's not working for them, etc., etc., etc. I've done the entire 9 yards studying what and continuing to study what people might not talk about, what has worked for people. And I've just I've watched the whole landscape change so drastically
5,
that, like,
3, 2, 1.
other than showing up and trying to post and be consistent every day,
A.
like,
Every soldier needs a cause.
what else can you do? Like, you know, something we also probably need to add into that conversation, by the way, is how artificial some things are, because some of these artists that look like they pop off or blow up or do well or whatever else it is, they're not independent. They may show up as if they're independent, they try to look independent, they're not independent. Most of them aren't. Most of the ones that I've seen that are even like mid-tier artists are affiliated with some type of company regardless. Like, I don't actually remember seeing a true independent artist. Because, like, even the artist that popped off, that actually went full viral, like, Ivory tried to say that she just did what the labels did, and that she was independent. But the way that her shit, it's not just the fact that her shit went viral. It has nothing to do with that. It's right after, or right as that's happening and she's having this moment, she somehow has the ability to go on tour with all the resources. And if you were a broke artist, you know, fucking 3 months ago or whatever else it is, and you just basically blow up out of nowhere, you're not gonna have the funds to go do all that shit. And that's been like the bar for bar playbook for almost any artist that I've seen break 100K average monthly listeners, period. Like, some of the ones I've also talked to as well, same thing. They look independent. You wouldn't even know they're signed. But they are. They just don't tell you. You don't know. Like, you could say that an artist might have done well by some of the stuff that they're posting, but if they have a lot of numbers on their stuff, it's because other people made content to their music. Benny Belson is a good example of that, actually. Westwood actually is a good example. Those people, their individual content did well, but their pop-off moments, or the times where their average listenership increased and they really saw spikes in all their stuff, was because other people used the content, used the song. And so we could say that that's by luck, but I don't believe that anymore. I don't. With the amount, because like you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a label either. Like when I say a label and these people are affiliated to a company, it's not just labels that are trying to sign artists. There are independent management companies that have created user-generated content farms. I mean, this was actually a thing with some artists that had went viral. I was watching a video on it. There was an artist that went viral that basically used a company to go viral. And it was just a user-generated content farm. That's all it is. That's literally all the company was. And that company also has a long list of artists on their roster, and some of them you would never guess. And so, like, if the landscape is getting overtly saturated, not by industry plans, but by user-generated content farms where the people you're competing against, you have a lot of capital to have to put up to compete against them at scale. Like, you don't, like, nobody really has a choice from competing with them at scale and putting in that level of input at scale. That's also the other thing. Like, because once an algorithm gets sense that this thing is getting algorithmic interest by having user-generated content scale being put in, that's the only way you go viral. And then that's when, by default, content around that person or whatever else it is fed continuously to people. But that stuff never happens from the artists themselves. And that usually also does not ever happen anymore by the artists themselves making a whatever they're going to do, and then it just goes viral and it does well. So, like, there was one artist that I sat down with and talked to, and, you know, he actually had a pop-off moment because he finally decided to make a couple, like, meme videos to a song. Here was the trade-off, though. Though that content only translated mainly to streams. And because it only translated primarily to streams, he's having probably the hardest thing that most artists have that they want to bridge, which is the gap between who's listening to me and them knowing who I am, what I do, maybe some of my things of, like, just my face. But, you know, he has like 500,000 monthly listeners. And most of the people listening to him don't even know that the song that they've listened to that has almost 10 million streams is his song. But he's making a living off Spotify right now. But he also is signed to a management company. So, but, you know, and they do certain types of content for him. But, like, he still had to basically take it in his own hands to end up to do the same thing that every fucking label basically does. It worked. And now even independently to some degree, because he did like a small deal for like one album with them. He's basically going to have to still pay either people to make content for him, or he's going to have to go find a user-generated content farm company to hire to make content around his music. And that's the only way that he's going to have anything happen. He's had plenty of videos do well of just him lip singing, some text on screen, the basic shit that most fucking people are told to do to show up every day, whatever else the fuck it is, you know what I mean? And rinsing and repeating that, like, it's so fucking wild how all over the place it is, by the way, because that's kind of like, that's the whole thing. Pop-off moment can lead to streams, doesn't lead to fans. Fans really only get fully created or converted if you either have a really effective strategy for targeting them after you have a pop-off moment, if it does enough, or by user-generated content. And the thing is, here's the other problem, that if all of these user-generated content farms are paying mass creators to make content to the artist, why would they be incentivized now to make content to songs or artists they don't know for free? So that's kind of, once again, like, I don't think that there is a natural way anymore for somebody to blow up. I don't at all. I don't think it's natural. I think every single ounce of it is all completely artificial. And I don't know. I like having this whole discussion. I don't have the answers. I don't know what the fuck anybody is supposed to do, regardless at this point, because unless you're still gonna have or figure out how to get a UGC farm made around your content, there's not really much. Like, where's your growth gonna come from? What else are you gonna do? Man, I've sat here and posted hundreds of pieces of fucking content day by day by day by day by day by day. With not hardly any, like, that's at one point I didn't hardly have any retention. And then obviously, you know, as I've said, like, I found the song that worked because I fucking made it and realized whatever songs I had weren't working. I did all that extra shit, like, whatever. You know, like, I just, because obviously there's every barrier to define it by your own measure and what you're doing yourself. But when the game changes or the landscape changes, you still have to adjust. And I've actually, since I've been doing decently well, I've been able to keep up with that change more avidly. But it all still is kind of leading back to the same thing. So. Bro, what is the humidity index? Why am I sweating in here right now? No, it's just really fucking hot. What's up, Funky Pants? We're chilling, I guess. Just fucking was getting into a fucking hell of a conversation. Shit. Now I'm just chilling, but fuck, bro, it's fucking. I'm literally fucking sweating.
Select a map. Select your hero. Select hero bands.
Wait, can we not ban Doom since I want to play Roadhog? Thank you.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Damn, you guys play like the same DPS.
Yeah, he's not playing either.
What's that? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that fixes my problem here. It's like I walked in the rest of the house, and because I don't have an AC unit in this room, mainly because if I had it in here, there'd be a lot of extra noise,
Capture the
but also because
Strike from
I
above.
just don't have another one.
On the move.
So,
Bad guy. Heads up.
yeah. I was like, had my door open, but the air like wasn't coming in here for some reason. I don't know if it's because this room is getting filled too much with hot air, and there wasn't really a whole lot it could do, or whatever the fuck. So let me go grab a fan and try and get the cold air out there to keep fully circulating in here. Fucking cool it off and shit. That was great.
Thank you. You have my thanks.
Close. Fucking. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Trying to catch
Good
up on chat here.
Health restored.
I didn't get
You're
it.
setting up your gaming stuff now too, because I remember the other day you're saying you just got moved in and stuff. Hell yeah. Get locked back in so you can play some games. No, I went to go get a fan. I don't have central heat in here, so I think we're good now then. I'm not gonna be able to do vocals today though, bro. My voice is fucking. I guess I just used it. I've used it a lot recently, and sometimes you just gotta let
He's low.
let the voice take a little bit of a break. But you know, we'll still do some.
Rains from above.
We'll still do some like guitar and stuff before
Strike us twice.
I get off of this screen.
First round. One.
Actually, I'm about to go take a piss too. Now that we're saying this.
1-0.
Dog style.
Pre-flight checklist complete. Running clean and hot.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture.
With that 9mm.
One more win. This should be easy. On the move. Increasing out.
Hey, buddy. Hey, brother. This guy stinks. Fucking shit.
That was dumb of me.
Nah.
You guys are just better though.
Swish.
Like, Lucio, please, man, I'm trying to kill her.
They're all mine.
Right on.
Yeah, man, they're fucking dog shit. God damn.
I don't know why their tank doesn't switch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening about that.
All systems nominal. Up and away. Outfoxed.
Oh my god, my team's getting fucking trailed right now, bro. The Doomfist is fisting us. Please, save my team from the
We got
Doomfist.
pooped away.
Thank you.
My ultimate is charging.
Where's the Doomfist, bro? I got so much beef against this fucking against Doomfist as a character. Come kiss him. Come here. See, I love it when Hog and Doomfist make out
Same here.
and we win. I love it.
GG's.
GG's, bro. I don't even know how the fuck I won that shit, but alright, gang. I still got a problem that I can't know the song. Oh yeah, I did record something today. I almost forgot about that. Because I'm making a song with one of my friends.
Every nigga got a dick, why you care about who's the hardest? I swear motherfuckers are just gay, can't admit that they're retarded. I'm out here stacking my commas and making that money. Crash course on these niggas, they acting like dummies. I didn't tell a joke, so why you think that I'm acting funny? This shit is as serious as it gets. Your bitch coming over, she giving neck. Fuck a waiter, I don't need a check. I got 100K chilling in my desk. 28 grams a week, I'm smoking about 2 a day. Talking that shit, make the 40 spit just like a dick. I think this nigga's actually fucking gay.
You hear a little knock, you already know the nigga that's cute at the door. I fuck on that hoe, after that she gotta go, cause nigga I ain't stoning these hoes. I'm pedal the motherfucking middle of the flow, go try to see how fast it can go. I'm smashing these hoes, they feeling their toes, they saying that I am the GOAT. I'm fucking these hoes, these niggas keep talking, they know. I'm grabbing that chop, watch it blow. I am at its top, I'm trying to go see what it do. You niggas keep talking, you hoes, you niggas will fold. You niggas keep acting real bold, your bitch, she sucking my soul. She do it real slow, I'm on her motherfucking throat. She gag, I'm making her choke.
Every nigga got a dick, why you care about who's the hardest? I swear motherfuckers are just gay, can't admit that they're retarded. I'm out here stacking my commas and making that money. Crash course on these niggas, they acting like dummies. I didn't tell a joke, so why you think that I'm acting funny? This shit is as serious as it gets. Your bitch coming over, she giving neck. Fuck a waiter, I don't need a check. I got 100K chilling in my desk. 28 grams a week, I'm smoking about 2 a day. Talking that shit, make the 40 spit just like a dick. I think this nigga's actually fucking gay.
This type of shit that make me want to swing my feet and shit. Well, what the fuck you say, Miley?
I don't know. Nothing important.
Yeah, I know. You sound like you're talking to the back of your room, bruh.
What do you mean?
That means I gotta turn this up max volume so I can hear you.
It might be using my wrong mic. Hold on, I'll fix.
Whoa!
Choose hero bands.
Bro, do you ever like have a fucking joint in your hands and then you accidentally hit something and like the fucking cherry pops out and like now you're trying to figure out how to salvage the
Can
fucking
you hear me
cherry
better
from barely. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. Fuck me, man.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Good, good.
I can hear you now. Hey yo, thanks, Funky. I was just honestly fucking around. I don't know, bro. Sorry. I was coughing.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
I'll find my own path.
I don't know. I don't know where bro's been, to be honest. Which, I mean, it's not my prerogative to know where anybody is, regardless. Some people are gonna live life and do what they gotta do. And some people will stick around. And they'll be here for a while. Hoot. What the fuck you gonna do? Oh my god, I just missed the fucking Suzu, bro! What am I missed the Suzu, and I really don't want to talk about it! Like, how do I miss the Suzu, bro? Hello? I am very bad at this game sometimes, and I guess that's just how it is, bro. Fucking, I have one job, bro. I have one job, and I couldn't fucking do it. I don't really think we have the heals for this, bro. So I'm kind of heal botting right now. I think you should just play Mogger or something, dude, to be honest. It's just like, I'm looking at you, I can't even keep you alive.
Boosting one pick. There we go, that's good. Either break his shield or kill the supports. Probably has shatter now, by the way.
Oh yeah, he definitely has. Okay, well, he wasted it. Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Go Ryan, on the left, on the left.
I think we're outnumbered. Under my protection. They're attacking me. Arigato. Watashi ga mamoru.
Oh, we got ults here.
Yeah, going to the bridge, and I'm just gonna press Q.
This ends now.
Let the Kitsune guide you. You're all good.
Go on.
Yeah, walk past this whole thing. We gotta kill this bat, though. He's keeping this fucking line alive. Very nice. just gotta work together, bro.
Under my protection.
Let's try and put as much pressure on the BAP as we can. Yeah, they use it. Now Ryan's
He's
low.
low, he's low.
Huh.
Nice. I'm just sitting card. I can't help you guys.
Just keep doing that until they drop.
They're dropping, they're dropping. Honest one, left side, left side. One, literally one.
No, that's good. We split them up. We
You're
gotta
shattered, I'm standing right behind him.
run him over. Run him over. Bap's out here for heals. Is there Bap's one? I killed the Bap. Run his ass over. Oh my god. Kid, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna press Q again.
They're taking him off the bridge.
Like a gentle rain. Terrified.
60 seconds.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Anakin down. He was one. Oh my god.
Bap.
No, you got it. You go.
Time to try again.
The payload has reached the
There
chip.
you go.
Thank you. Let's get the payload going.
Went to Sig.
My gift to you.
Follow boost administered.
Payload's heading out. Time for the city. Next time, think twice.
I love playing Counterwatch, bro. It's so fun.
They're targeting me. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. I'm grateful.
60 seconds remaining.
Nice. Stick on the left, stick on the left. Alone. Not alone.
This ends now.
Alright, you just gotta group.
Team kill.
That won't shake my faith.
2 ults here, maybe.
30 seconds remaining.
Keep attacking until the last second. Kaiki.
It's go time.
Winnable, it's winnable, I believe. Nice.
Good shit, gang.
Switch Switching sides.
So if you ain't down the ride, don't hit my fucking line. Why the fuck are we talking about things that we ain't finna do? I don't give a fuck about anyone else, baby, it's just me and you. So fuck all these other motherfuckers, no, I ain't here to play no games. In this life, gotta go get what you want, I ain't begging for no change. So if you ain't down the ride, don't hit my fucking line. And I won't pick up the phone unless you talking about the cash. Why the fuck would I give you my time if we can't make it last? I'm here for a good
Oh
time.
god, if I tried to,
Can you handle that?
if I cleaned my mouse pad, it would be bad. It would be so bad.
So if you ain't down the ride, don't hit my fucking line. Don't make me out to be something I'm not. I'm not an NPC inside the fly. Wait till the start, make sure that you tell the truth. But I know you fucking won't, cause you got too much to lose. But so if you ain't down the ride, don't hit my fucking line. But I don't have the time. So if you ain't down the ride, don't hit my fucking line.
Yo, man, that shit's so fucking gas, bro.
I'll go monkey, jump widow. Try not to charge, sorry, please.
76 reporting for duty.
Did you just say monkey?
Retouch? Nah, I doubt it. Just save it, just save it, just save it.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Sniper. Head down or lose it.
Why did he go monkey? What the fuck? What is monkey gonna do here? Like, why are you playing? What's...
Hey. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I don't think to put monkey into that.
My path
I don't
doesn't
think
end
it's
here.
your. I don't think it's your objective.
If we kill Zarya, we're fine.
Yeah, the Widow's really not that big of a problem. Sancy dies till day. Oh my fucking god.
Well, that wasn't called for.
I think I need to swap actually and play like BAP or something.
Payload's on the move. Let's stop it.
Yeah, that Widow fucking. She's fucking me, bro. She's getting me.
The payload's moving.
Why do, bro? Why does my team not know what to do? Bro plays Reinhardt. Now we have a Zen. Is everybody's brain gone off? Hello? What happened? What the fuck happened to y'all brains, gang? Like, What the fuck am I witnessing right now?
The fox spirit is still with me.
Okay, I'm
Sometimes
gonna play back now.
Another day,
But like,
another battle.
what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck have I been witnessing here?
Feeling better?
Now I gotta babysit everybody because they can't stop taking motherfucking damage and we got a Zen now.
Stars low, stars low.
Oh my god, the cat's low. Yo, the cat's fucking won.
Have shatter here.
Yo, that was the funniest thing I've seen. The Zen gets pulled and then trans. It's time. I was like, I don't know what the fuck my reticle was, but it definitely should not be there.
complete.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
Score 3-3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's really because we didn't play any counters when we started swapping to their team. And they're really not that good. Why are you going to play Reinhardt into Zarya? and you're saying that the other two DPS are Smurfs? No, they're not. You're just bad. I'm just gonna fucking play more at this point. I guess.
I will find the key.
Shit would boost your ego. Shit.
Much more efficient. A welcome advantage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Oh my god, we love it, bro! Oh my fuck!
Team kill. Defeat.
Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Oh, you're gonna do this shit. I don't have the time. So if you ain't down no ride, don't in my fucking line. When you tell the story, make sure that you tell the truth. Okay. It's time to fucking play guitar, I guess, bro. Here. Alright, we gotta change this to don't switch. Okay, let me get this pulled up now. Plug my shit in as well. This is gonna be down here. If I don't get a fucking like specific angle on myself, then you're just not gonna see, you're not gonna see fucking anything. You're not gonna see me, and you won't see the fucking guitar. So hold on, it's loading. We're getting there. I actually have to make sure also that it's gonna come through.
Rocksmith. Learn a song.
I'll show you one of these days. I mean, I have like a 3 monitor setup and stuff, so.
Reflections of light deep in the night. Are you sure? 'Cause you swore you never would. As you turn away, I'll share in grace. I love to watch
Everything else is an E standard. I don't want to have to fucking change my tuning just to go back to one of these other songs. I guess I will. There's a lot of songs I've actually practiced in the past.
Well-deserved space that you wanted years ago. It's not the same as if you pushed it away. Understarted through the longest mile. Now that
There's no shot. There's no shot I'm about to go into that fucking next part playing it. Not at full speed. I can't do this song at full speed yet. I don't. I think I need another refresher on this one too, but this was one I really didn't get that close to actually like getting. No, not the difficult. All right. What is that fucking chord right there? 16, 17, 18, 19. Sixteen, 18, 19. That's the only thing I don't like about this game, is if I pause at a certain point, I can't actually resume exactly how I just had it. It either restarts it, and I have to do the whole thing from the fucking beginning again to practice the selection, or it fucking, or when I hit resume, it will do it at what I did not just put it as, and it'll fuck itself up. Come on, bro.
Good chat.
fuck you mean I only missed 53 notes? I'm no, I forgot. I don't. I guess I forgot I didn't get that far with that song. Oh no, no, oh no.
You should stay. We'll never change, and I can't recognize you at all. Nothing's the same. It's all been arranged in a way, keeping me out. I don't wanna feel like this ever, 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 ever. I don't wanna feel like this ever, 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 ever again. When we were young and everything's magical, then it all disappeared. I wasn't sure that you were persistent, and I was so drawn to you. Ever, 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 ever. I don't wanna feel like this ever, 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 ever
Wow, fucking up. Honestly, I think I've reached my actual capacity for playing this. Yeah, my brain is just not, like, I can't. Like, doing it for a certain amount of time while I'm still trying to get used to all the fucking shit, my brain is just, like, not. It's like, I start, it's like my hand-eye coordination just starts, like, spazzing out for some reason. And I just, like, and I can't. Whenever I was practicing a lot more, it was a lot easier for, like, that to go away and for me to actually play longer. But I guess until I get used to this shit, it's gonna be, I'm not gonna be able to do it for more than like 30 minutes, maybe an hour a day, type of thing. And I listened back to doing vocals yesterday, and it was so absurdly off that it was honestly embarrassing. I don't know how I went that long. I don't know why nobody said anything. I got a problem, I can't know so. Ugh. Okay. I actually think I'm just gonna get off stream because I need to go mow. That is something that I need to go do. So I need to go mow. So it's been a lit stream as usual, and I will see y'all tomorrow.